Hey guys, Melissa Swader here, your host. I just did that again. Real talk, real business, real people. I'm really excited today. Today's show is about commercial real estate. And for those of you guys who know, I am also the director of marketing and PR and administration at one of the top level commercial real estate brokerages, in the state of Arizona. And I'm really excited here because we have one of the top brokers here in the state of Arizona, Rommie Mojahed. We're so excited to welcome you here today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So let's just talk real estate here. For those of you guys can check out all my press statements. I'm a local and nationally recognized press writer covering, real estate, business trends, marketing trends. There's a lot of blogs that I can, I distribute out a lot. And I'm really excited because I have so much support in the media, as do you. A lot of my work is actually about this guy right here. So, we're talking about the growth of Arizona in general, the state of Arizona. Now, Rommie, you can see some of his listings. I think he's got 30 to 35, 40 active listings right now, something insane. And we've talked before about how business relationships matter. And this is where this is a perfect scenario, perfect situation where Rommie, that your book of business, if you will, is because you have such a great rapport with your clients and investors. So from the south West Valley all the way to the Northwest Valley, all the way to the Southeast Valley, this is his coverage. I mean, this is how many deals he's closed all over the state. So let's talk about the Southeast Valley, because that's what you are really focusing. There's a lot of land out there, a lot of development. So let's talk Southeast Valley.
Yeah, no, Southeast Valley. So born and raised here and grew up Southeast Valley. So watching the Southeast Valley specifically evolve to what it is today, where I remember driving and it was just fields and fields and fields, and now it's shopping centers and freeways and employment and just a bunch of great things. So Southeast Valley naturally for me is where I gravitate towards. There's a lot of great things going on out there, education, employment, rooftops. Obviously everybody's seeing the residential growth, which has been super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the retail and the commercial really follows that. So it's been kind of an interesting dynamic of my career choice and then growing up in the Southeast Valley, and it just seemed like a real natural. It's just,
and you're out there, so you can see it, what's needed. Now, you work with a lot of the economic developers all over the state. So it could be the economic development from Mesa, from Chandler. I mean, there's a lot of these properties that you, like from the ground up, literally, for example, out there in the Surprise area, drove out there, the 303, seemed forever to get there, but then now the growth out there is just crazy insane. And just a dirt lot in an anchored shopping center with Walmart was there, the neighborhood Walmart, I think.
Yeah.
And now it's just this beautiful building, retail center. It's got 5 suites, I think, in there.
Yeah.
In escrow.
Closing this week.
So it's really exciting. So you deal with these investors from the ground up. So talk about that process. What is it like for for these investors out there, for people who are looking to move into the state of Arizona? There's so much opportunity here, but why? Explain that.
Like for instance, the Surprise is a unique area too, seeing that kind of growth. I mean, you're kind of looking, one end to the other end. That particular project that we got the opportunity to work on was actually a client of ours that wanted to be in that area so bad that we just couldn't figure out the right fit. So we decided to go after this pad, and he ended up building a building, and we leased it up, and so it's
leased. Yeah, so I think it's almost fully leased. If I'm not.
Well, it's an escrow. It's just right now with the market, when you can get into a grocery anchored shopping center, and it's brand new building, and it has great tenants. It's the risk, it's a very attractive property.
So speaking of attractive, so we go all the way over to, then we're going to jump all across the valley to the Southeast Valley. You've got the Queen Creek Station. development.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about this.
That's an exciting one. So that is like the bullseye, the target of Queen Creek, and that's a very exciting project. The developer on it is W Development. They've done a bunch of stuff throughout the valley, and they're putting out a real awesome project there. Queen Creek doesn't have the downtown feel that you see in Gilbert and you see in Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
So this project is kind of in the center of it all, and we're going to really go after that downtown
Same feel.
community, like, not necessarily your normal shopping center. We want it to be a place of gathering, a place of, we have a multi-family component. We want it to just walkability. It's a real exciting project.
And I'm gonna post the listing link so you can actually check out this project. And there's still availability. You still have pads. There's still room for opportunity for anyone to come in and take a tour, take a look at.
Yeah, we just finished the first building, so we're 100% leased on the first phase of it. We're
Okay.
starting the second phase, but we have some really awesome tenants that we're hoping to announce very quickly, and we're excited about it.
And then you've got, there's so much construction. So we move over into Mesa because you have properties, in that Chandler Mesa area. You've got the Gateway Mesa Airport, there, and then you have the new, I think, is Google just got that $1 billion Google is coming out there. So let's talk about that.
So that's exciting. Not a whole lot of employment coming with that Google, but just a $1 billion investment is what people are saying. So it's super exciting what's going on down there, especially with, what you're seeing is that airport down there. And when you look at, from what I've been told, when you look at Glendale, they were confused. They're saying, hey, should we go, Southeast Valley? Let's go Glendale. Where do we go? Then Luke renewed their F-35 contract, and basically
You're talking about Luke Air Force.
Luke Air Force Base. And so then all the real focus shifted out to the Southeast Valley. So, there's the ASU Polytechnic campus with, I think they're doing a 4 million square foot expansion. You got the airport, which is larger.
Wow, 4 million, that's a lot.
Well, ASU is it's phenomenal what Michael Crow's doing. And
Go Devils! You guys know I'm a Sun Devil.
It's super exciting with what's going on with ASU, let alone the airport. And that airport's really unique. There's speculation that they're saying that airport will end up being bigger than Sky Harbor because it has more acreage. It's a former military base. So it could be really exciting. Skybridge has already started. Google's out there. Apple's already out there. I mean, there's so much.
Apple, Skybridge. These are major.
A lot of jobs.
That's a lot of jobs. And where there's jobs, there's residential development. Where there's residential development, more people are moving into that. So we're just growing. It's just growing.
Yeah, and it's funny when we talk to these national retailers that currently aren't in our market, they're kind of looking at the market and they're kind of saying, hey, we don't get it. We don't understand. And then when we can kind of start talking about what's coming, who's coming, and then all of a sudden the light bulb comes on, because it's just, it's super fun to watch a conversation really shift, because at first there's, it's green, it's an outlining area, and then all of a sudden you start talking about what some of the, jobs and what's going on out there, and then all of a sudden everybody kind of like really is starting to pay attention to it. I think in the last 6 months I've seen more brokers call me and really inquire about the Southeast Valley, because they're starting to see a shift with all their clients really looking that way.
And that's really telling that more brokers are calling Rommie, and he's got, a whole retail, team, land, development, everything wrapped up. There's a team of 4 or 5. I can't keep count, but anyway, I'm just going to include myself, so whatever. But we're moving into when I was talking about the business relationships and how that transcends into your world. And so touch on that a little bit, because this is kind of an ongoing, I always talk about that. Authenticity really matters when you're building these relationships, because when you're going out there and you're shaking those hands and you're talking to these people for the first time, and the handshake is weak, or it's too tight, and you're like, whoa, because you're like, what are you trying to prove? Or you guys know what I'm talking about. And but at the end of the day, those relationships, the authentic, I can't even say it, the authentic relationships that matter are the ones that we'll end up doing business with. So explain that, because that is really how people know you.
You know what? We're not deal driven. We're service driven.
Okay.
And we're relationship driven. And it's been one of those things where luckily, it's taken a little bit of time, because there's always people that, but as you are in the business long enough, you can kind of get to know who you like. And you know, the reality is, it's like we provide a service. We communicate. We work really hard. We fire on all cylinders to give our clients the highest value, the highest return. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I think when someone sees you working really hard and they see the level of service that we provide,
right.
You know, the relationship just continues to grow and get stronger and stronger. And you know, they want to do another deal, and they're excited about another opportunity. And you know, luckily we haven't had too many bad deals.
Now, are you always bringing other people on your team? Are you always looking to grow your team?
You know, I would say we're always looking. You know, right now we're just swamped. I'm working on trying to get a better, setup in place for younger, interns or people in the business that want to come on over.
Young generation just getting into the business.
You know, it's a good opportunity, and that's fun. You know what I mean? That's fun to see somebody grow. You know, a couple of people that are currently on the team. You know, it's fun to watch them grow and to develop and to start, you know, with not any experience at all, and to see them make what they make and to see them do what they do. It's been super exciting.
What would you say to anyone that is brand new into the industry? You know, we talk a lot about this on, you know, I always call the Twitter family, because, you know, there's a lot of us that, you know, talk real estate on Twitter. And we're always showing a level of support and always asking each other questions to kind of learn from each other. What is it that you'd say to somebody who's just brand new, maybe looking to get into commercial real estate? What advice could you give them?
You know, find a good team. Find a good team. And the reality is, too, once you find that good team, I mean, you need to, you know, show up 15 minutes early, work 15 minutes late. I mean, when you show, you know, people will become your cheerleader if you are going above and beyond every single time. And I can't stress it enough, because when you see somebody working hard and you see somebody putting in the time, you're motivated to continue to help that person, because you're seeing them grind it out. But then again, obviously, don't want you to grind it out if you don't have anything to work on, right?
Right.
So that's the part when I mean, find a good team, find a good group that's willing to let you work on their stuff, because it's hard to have a conversation with properties if you have nothing to talk about.
Correct. And he said something very key. He said, you know, when you put in the work, when you see someone put in the work, I think that's really important element, because people who typically put in the work, there's this old saying, and I know everybody knows it, you know, you get what you give. And it's whatever you put into anything, you will get it back. And whether that be the results of your work or that be the results of other people watching what you're doing, and they come to you because they're gravitating towards your worth ethic. They're gravitating towards the fact that you are seriously working your ass off in this business. And I tell you, I'm saying this is not a G-rated show. I just caught myself cussing. I'm going to do that. But I just think it's really important that people are going to work hard and get what they'll give, and they'll get what they put in. And I think that's really important. And you have proven that. We're sitting here with our 2018 top producer of the year over here. And Rommie has been on, many panels, CCIM, IREM last year, as well as the Retail Interface Conference with Western Real Estate Business as well. So we'll be seeing more of Rommie Mojahed on the panel, I'm sure, in the years to come. And we're excited to have you in the studio, and I'll definitely get those listings, and make sure you check out the link. And if you are not following my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to know more, you can follow me, melissaswader.com, and all the links will be up here in the links.
And I just want to thank you for having me so much. I really
awesome.
appreciate
I'm so happy to have you.
Watching all that you're doing and seeing, your success, it's really awesome. And thanks a lot for having me.
Awesome. Thanks. I told you, don't stop what you believe in, right?
That's right.
All right, high five on that note. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll